again, and welcome to the Real Women of Philadelphia. I'm Claudia Signaleon, coming to you from my kitchen here in Atlanta, Georgia. This week we're using our Philadelphia cream cheese to make appetizers, y'all, and I wanted to show you my simply scrumptious Beignets Bienville. Now, as you may or may not know, the light touch of a savory beignet can instantly transform any dish. And I'm not just shocking when I tell you that it is in this delectable starter that the ever-popular beignet works its magic with the classic Oysters Bienville. Imagine, if you will, a fluffy garlic butter beignet filled with an oyster, shrimp, and mushroom cream cheese blend, and then fried to a delicate puff. Top it off with a creamy and spicy remoulade sauce for an appetizer that will satisfy and stimulate even the most discriminating of palates. So if you're ready, I'm all set. Let's get busy. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've assembled many of the ingredients that we're going to need to make both the beignets and the Oysters Bienville. Here we have some fresh ingredients, some fresh mushrooms, and I have both here, the portobello type and the white button type. You can use one variety or both if you like. I kind of like to mix both of them because they both have different flavors, and it comes together very nicely when mixed in with the seafood that we're going to use. Speaking of which, we have some very fresh Gulf shrimp. We have some nice plump Gulf oysters that are in that nice wonderful liquor or the juice that the oysters naturally make that we're going to reserve. And then, of course, we have our Philadelphia cream cheese that we're going to incorporate nicely. It's going to bring it all together and add to the cheesiness and the creaminess of the Oysters Bienville. Next, we have about a cup each of diced celery and green onion. We have about a cup each of diced garlic and diced onion, white onion, and we also have about 2 tablespoons of parsley. We have a cup of herbal stuffing mix that we're going to use as our binder for this dish. We have about 5 to 6 tablespoons of butter. We're probably going to use about 2 for this dish. We have just about a 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream that's going to bring the cheeses, the cream cheese and the other shredded cheese that we use together, melt it down and help it to incorporate. We have a cup again of our mushrooms, and here's the portobello type that we're going to dice and blend with the seafood in this wonderful Oysters Bienville. Here are our shrimp. Now, they look quite differently than you saw them on the other tray. We've actually peeled them and just steamed them a little bit so that they've developed that nice pink color. Again, our oysters in that nice oyster liquor. They're very fresh, freshly shucked, or you can buy a product in the store, but of course fresh is always best. We have about a cup of shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese, which is my favorite, but you can use whatever kind of cheese you like. And here we have about 2 tablespoons of white wine, good white cooking wine, and I also have about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice mixed in with it, and a little bit of lemon zest. And here again we have our Philadelphia cream cheese. This is about a cup, cup and a half, but of course again it varies how much you would use in the recipe according to taste. But we're going to start out with a few tablespoons of it so that we can bring this nicely together. Then over on this tray we have some dry ingredients. We have our granulated onion and granulated garlic, about a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and we also have some granulated thyme, ground thyme that we're going to put in. And then we have again about a 1/4 of a teaspoon measured out each of parsley, black pepper, and cayenne pepper, and we'll be using several pinches of those throughout the recipe. We also have here about 4 cups of canola blend oil. I also like to use corn oil in this recipe for frying the beignets. Now let's talk about the beignets for a minute. Contrary to popular belief, beignet dough is not all that difficult to make from scratch. It does, however, take time for it to rise after mixing. So in lieu of that, and for the sake of brevity, I'm going to use a store-bought crescent dough found in the refrigerated section of your favorite store. Ingredients for our wonderful creamy remoulade. We're going to make a white remoulade sauce to accompany our Beignets Bienville for dipping or spreading. And we just have some basic ingredients all around the bowl. We have here some good mayonnaise. We're going to use about a cup of that. We have a dash of Louisiana hot sauce. We have about a tablespoon of horseradish. Now, horseradish is very, very spicy. So depending on how much heat you want to add to your sauce, you can add or take from the amount of horseradish that you use. And then we have some diced green onion tops, about a tablespoon of that. And we have, again, our granulated onion and garlic and our diced parsley. And then we also have 2 tablespoons of Creole mustard. That also is kind of sort of spicy, not as hot as hot radish, but kind of sort of spicy. So you might want to add that in intervals rather than just putting it all in at one time, so that you can adjust the taste for your particular palate. And then in the middle, of course, we have some more of our fabulous Philadelphia cream cheese. Our olive oil going, and to that I'm just going to add our onions. And our celery and our green onions. It's very quick and easy. You just kind of put them all in. And then on top of that, we're going to add our garlic. Now, I purposefully didn't put the garlic in on the first go round because I didn't want it to. And our cayenne pepper and our parsley. And we're going to go ahead and add some of our garlic powder, onion powder, and our ground thyme. Mix that in. You should smell this. This is like smelling. As soon as those oysters hit that butter and those onions, the smells just come alive. It's just absolutely fantastic. And then we're going to come with our Philadelphia cream cheese. Our star ingredient. Then we're going to come in and we're going to add our shredded cheese, whatever type you like. In this case, it's my sharp cheddar. Bring that around, and you can just see how wonderful those colors are and how creamy that is. And that's basically from our Philadelphia cream cheese. Our lemon and white wine. And a little dab of our heavy cream. And that's basically it. All the ingredients are in there. More of our Philadelphia cream cheese, our key ingredient here. And we're going to add a little bit of the reserved white wine and lemon juice. You don't have to do this. This is an option that I like to exercise because it just adds those flavors into the salt as well. And we're going to just dampen it again with just a tad of our heavy cream. And then you basically just mix it all together. Whisk that all in nicely. And that's basically it. Easy as pie. Okay, y'all, now we've gone ahead, we've made our duxelle, we've got our dough, we've got our packaged dough just opened up, and we're going to go ahead and stuff a few of these, pop them in the oil, let them puff up nicely and crispy, and then we're going to go ahead and plate them up. So basically we just take our duxelle, and then we just put it on the short end of the dough, and then you just fold it over to pop that into the oil, and it's medium heat, and it's going to start to puff up almost immediately. And you just basically going to let this go for a few seconds. You can see it's puffing up. And then I like to use 2 spatulas to kind of help me to flip it over. I have some that I already pre-done and plated. And look, well, at this. Here they are, y'all. Beignets Bienville. Look at that. I know y'all are so jealous that y'all not here holding this. This is so fabulous. And as you can see, it was quick and easy to make once we got all the ingredients prepared. It takes a couple of seconds even to get them puffed up and fried. And your friends and family are going to love this delicious appetizer. And I hope you love it as much as I have adored and loved making it for you. I'm Claudia Signal Leon. And until next time, bye-bye.